Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about why you should get your learner's permit and why you should start driving as a teenager. For those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Jalen Marderum. I do content here on YouTube to offer advice and guidance to younger students and younger people in general. So before I get into some benefits of getting your learner's permit, I want to preface by saying that I actually got my learner's permit the day I was eligible to get it and started driving the day I was eligible, which obviously is kind of a rare case. I had a lot of reasons of why I got it that early, but I'm going to go into some reasons to hopefully make you less scared of driving and hopefully to encourage you to make this next step. Number one is, in the United States, to get your learner's permit, you usually need to be 14 to 16 years old, with the majority being around 15 to 15 and a half. Here in Virginia, where I live, it's 15 and 6 months, which is 15 and a half, and you have to hold it in Virginia for 9 months. I'm not exactly sure about all of the regulations in all the states, but you usually have to complete a certain number of driving hours in order to move on to the next steps of actually getting your license. That being said, getting your learner's permit usually is no cost. Some places do have exceptions, but it is not super expensive at all. It is definitely extremely affordable, if not just free, and there's no financial burdens of ever getting your learner's permit. So that's reason number one I recommend getting it. Number two, and I found this so much with me since I started working at 15, having my permit and then getting my license very early, like earlier than a lot of my classmates, really helped me with getting my first job and being open to so many more opportunities. Having your learners is the step right before getting your license, and getting your license, I would say, is one of the biggest steps to independence and, adulthood in general. So when employers see young teenagers with even just their learners, it really does give the teenager that's getting those kinds of things a sense of maturity compared to other classmates and peers that don't have their permit. Again, just want to preface by saying that getting your permit is the next step into getting your license, and getting your license is a very mature kind of first steps of adulthood. So you'll just internally take on so much more responsibility, and you will feel so much more confident and independent as a young adult with taking the next steps to learning how to drive. I would say the biggest one on this list is having a real form of ID. This is really important, especially when applying for things like jobs. And yes, you have your birth certificate, but nothing is quite the same as having your license, and obviously in order to get your license, you need a permit. So, just being a real person, getting a real form of ID that you can carry on you at all times, it really is kind of like a good step into adulthood and a much more confident young adult. I know that was a quick one, and if you guys like content like this, make sure to comment and like below. If you have any suggestions for content, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Make sure to check out my YouTube shorts. They're pretty cool. I work pretty hard on them. And as always, I will link my Instagram down below, and my DMs are always open. If anyone needs anyone to ever talk to, my DMs are open. And I will see you all in next week's video. Bye, everyone.